Top of the morning to you, wherever you are listening to us this wonderful Tuesday morning. Welcome to the Break of Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. It's a pleasure to be here, and we're glad that you're on the other side listening to us as well. We get to check headlines from dailies this morning, and then we get to the details of some of those stories as well later on the show. And don't forget that you can also be a part of the conversation by calling or sending in a text message to also be a part of the show. Welcome on board. My name is GBEMISOLA. SOYEMI.
Going straight to YouTube. We are there on YouTube this morning. 09 I just said 09 32 FM 949 Ibadan, 32 FM 949 on YouTube to join the conversation. I am OLUTAYO OGUNADE. Good morning, dear listener.
All right, straight to the papers. I have with me the Punch newspaper, Daily Post, Independent, and Vanguard. And right about now, I'm taking headlines from Punch newspaper this morning. Okay, this one here says, Southern states dismiss blockade. North food traders insist on strike. Lagos court finds 172 arrested at Cubana nightclub, 6.8 million naira. APC demands apology from Abaribe. Ikpeazu replies Adeyemi. 7 northern states shut schools over rising banditry abductions. External reserves drop by $1.1 billion in 1 month. Artists, 10 others paraded for robbery fraud in Osun State. And in sports, Eagle Stars express concern over boat trip to Cotonou. PGFDG cautions Buhari, APC against politicizing Nigeria's challenges. Divorcee seeking pastor's wife accuses husband of sleeping with members in church. All right, some other headlines. 2 break into Ogun co-tenant's apartment, rape 16-year-old daughter. Ex-Kebbi senator in court for 419 million naira fraud. Police recover body of 54-year-old woman killed by kidnappers after collecting ransom. NMA faults NPHCDA's registration portal for COVID-19 vaccination. Amnesty, ransom will encourage bandits kidnapping. Peter Obi. IPOB won't kill soldiers if Kanu lives in Nigeria. That's coming from Uwazurike. NDLEA naps commercial driver with human heads. Southern states dismiss blockade. North food traders insist on strike. I took that earlier. And petrol scarcity, ploy to hike price, say marketers. Also this morning, some other headlines from Punch newspaper. Ex-Kebbi senator in court for 419 million naira fraud. I think I took that earlier as well. And PGF DG cautions Buhari, APC against politicizing Nigeria's challenges. Akeredolu appoints new CPS and COS. Appeal court faults order stopping Rivers APC revalidation. Those are headlines from Punch newspaper.
And from Premium Times, UK nominates Nigerian-born lawyer as representative at UN Commission. EFCC arraigns ex-BP boss Dickey for 1 billion naira bribe. And that's from Premium Times. EFCC arraigned former Nigerian senator for 419 million naira scam. That looks like 419 million scam. Okay, NBA sets up 20 committees on judiciary, human rights, anti-corruption orders. Hush Puppy hires former government lawyer as defense counsel who is supporting Nigeria's COVID-19 response. How WHO is supporting Nigeria's COVID-19 response. Nigeria launches strategy for effective COVID-19 vaccination. Kwara's hijab controversy continues despite government's directive. Gunmen attack another police station in Ebonyi. Gunmen attack police station in Akwa Ibom. 279 kidnapped Jengebe schoolgirls freed. Let's see another paper.
Okay. I have also the Vanguard newspaper. Jihadists attack UN base in Borno, trapping 25 aid workers. Facebook to launch cooperation with German media in May. Kano Hisba arrests two men suspected of sending pornographic materials to married women. And security operatives neutralize 8 bandits, recover arms in Katsina. That's coming from the police. EFCC raises alarm over fake recruitment advert on WhatsApp. Court dismisses insurance firm's bid to appeal bank's possession of Ashake estate. Policeman in coma after Bauchi governor's convoy's accident. Also this morning, apologized to Ikpeazu, PDP tells Senator Adeyemi. Sanwo-Olu commissions refurbished Ajeromi Council Secretariat. Osita writes new EFCC boss cautions him to avoid Magu's path. Okay, on COVID-19 unrest, Iraqis tackle obstacles to host Pope. Delta police exhume body of kidnapped woman. IPPIS, federal government inaugurates committee on enrollment of civil servants. 1 in 4 people will have hearing problems by 2050. That's a report from the World Health Organization. Alleged plot to sell baby for 40,000 naira. Police detain woman in Ebonyi State. Reps summon finance minister. DG budget over controversial waivers. Igbo can't afford another war. Wazirike. Another one that says, hold federal government responsible if anything happens to me. Sunday Igbo. And, okay, finally from this side, COVID-19 violation, court sentences 32 people in Edo State.
And from the Guardian newspaper, disco sustainability questioned as federal government pays, let me check out the amount there, 50 billion naira monthly subsidy. Let's see some more from the Guardian. 1 in 4 people will have hearing problems by 2050. WHO at Adesanya said for biggest career fight. Still from the Guardian newspaper, Nigerians scramble for fuel as price hike scarcity spread. Stakeholders lament rising piracy, kidnapping on Bayelsa waterways. Bandits out to embarrass federal government with abduction, says Minister. Federal government launches homegrown strategy for COVID-19 vaccination rollout. Terrorists kill 10 in Kaduna, abduct 3 in Niger. Okada riders still rule Lagos roads 1 year after ban. Couple seeks help for upkeep of quintuplets after 6-year barrenness. The damning report on abandoned aircraft you can find from the terror of the Guardian newspaper. Twists in Uzodima Okorocha Street. Street bout in Owerri. Twists in Uzodima Okorocha Street bout in Owerri. PDP queries Supreme Court's refusal to hear its application on Edioa. Anambra PDP plays APC strategy to win Gubapo. From the business side of the Guardian, local engineers to manage refinery, says Dangote, building smart, prosperous Lagos for all. You can also find from the business side of the Guardian. Let's move on property. Las Rera seeks professional support to curb unethical practices. UN talks end. Call for action on planetary emergencies. Let's go check out another paper. Of course, before we do that, 2 nabbed for gang raping co-tenant's daughter in Ogun.
Independence newspaper, 10 policemen sustain injuries in Bauchi governor's convoy accident. Residents, motorists excited as Apapa gridlock eases. Peace Corps boss seeks overhaul of national security. And YDPN promises to change course in governance. We can't depend on Buhari alone for security presidency. Save yourself the stress, agony, and cost of your mechanic guesswork. Okay, that's a report from the Independent newspaper. Rising inflation clogs insurance investment policies uptake. Akeredolu asks NURTW, RTN to vacate parks. DSS invites food, cattle merchants for not delivering to South. Bandits kill 10 in Kaduna communities. Experts say Asaba Airport concession will spur economic activities. Federal government rolls out plan for effective COVID-19 vaccination. 4 months after, Nigerians demand Justice Salami report on Magu. Police arrest a robbery gang terrorizing Oshogbo. United Nations mission partners slum to school opens first window on America in Nigeria. Let's take a look at some other headlines from Independent newspaper this morning. Ongoing membership registration will strengthen APC. Abdullahi. Also this morning, police arrest a robbery gang terrorizing Oshogbo. Okay, I took that earlier as well. Court remands 62-year-old man over alleged theft. And shun ethnic rivalry, kidnapping, banditry to sustain viable security. Those are headlines from Independence newspaper.
And from Daily Trust, DSS invites cattle dealers over food blockade of South. Blockade, beef scarcity, rising cost of food items hit southern states. First saw as fuel scarcity resurfaces. In Abuja, 10 policemen injured in accident involving Bauchi governor's convoy. Buhari Oshibajo to take COVID-19 vaccine on Saturday. Gunmen slit throat of father, 2 sons in Zafara community. Amnesty will encourage more criminal activities. Peter Obi. Federal government inaugurates 105-room hotel for correctional service a month after Oyo Fulani eviction, sacking Fulani Ashigogon quibble over compensation. In 2 months, IPOB orders fingered in killing 62 policemen in 15 states. Well, this could be of interest to you. Why Obasanjo visited Yahaya Bello, that you can also find from Daily Trust. Why Obasanjo visited Yahaya Bello. Politicians sponsor Nnamdi Kanu to cause genocide in Igbo land. Wazirike 2023 Jonathan Support Group starts mobilization in Bayelsa. Don't be deceived. Bauchi Governor tells Dogara's constituents. Adeyemi Habaribe under fire over attack on governors. Let's see one or two before we go to another paper. What we told Yarima after he launched Sharia in Zamfara.
In the Daily Post newspaper, food blockade. Lagos, other southwest towns groan under scarcity, soaring prices. Boko Haram terrorist takes over Dikwa, breaks into UN hub in Borno State. Nigeria's social security poor. Youths beg pensioners suffer, Kaigama. DSS releases Ganduje ex-aide, Yakasai. Sex scandal. Zimbabwe Vice President Mohadi resigns. Agugu, ex-Kebbi senator in court for allegedly diverting Sokoto government's 419 million naira. Ex-BP DG, Dicky arraigned over PHCN workers' benefits scam. IGP ordered to visit Nenadi Usman's family over nurse's killing by SARS. COVID-19, no vaccines will be administered to under 18. That's coming from the federal government. 2023 Igbo Summit tells major parties to cede presidential tickets to Southeast. Herdsmen crisis, you lied. Yoa indigents fled to Benin Republic. Youth tell Ogun government. 2023 elections, resign now. All Nigerian politicians will be eradicated. Prophet Ayodele tells Buhari and others. Okay, bandits must be punished. Sakim Fulani. Gombe, Governor Yaya sacks 3 commissioners. Abaribe is truly made in Aba, Governor Ikweazu. Zamfara people appreciate Buhari's efforts on abducted schoolgirls. That's coming from the presidency. Miyeti Allah, Prophet Ayodele backs North for stopping food supply to the south. Nyako's trial stalls 8 months over judge's inability to entertain matter. And Nigerian government jams Radio Biafra in Lagos. Nigerians speaking truth, being persecuted. Obi hails Abaribe. Civil war, Masob leader Uwazirike wants Igbos, condemns IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. And finally, on insecurity, poverty, illiteracy, others caused by lack of policy implementation. That's coming from Governor Simon Lalong.
We'll go on a short break. We'll be back.
Ọmọ tó bá rí nǹkan tí àwọn ọmọ yẹn ń gbá lọ sí ìkànnì kẹtàlénígba báyìí.
dúró jẹ́ ń wò wo mi ò máa rí nǹkan kan níkànnì yẹn.
lóòótọ́ a jẹ́ pé o ti gbọ́ nípa jẹun sókè yẹn step up nìyẹn o. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ mò ń wo àwọn eré ìdárayá bọ́ọ̀lù bí wọ́n ṣe ń gbá wọn lọ́wọ́ látìgbà tí mo ti jẹun sókè nínú ìsanwó ìwòran DSTV mi. wọ́n sì fún mi ní ìkànnì tí ìpele ẹ̀ ga.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o jẹun sókè sí ìpele tó kàn tí o bá wà lórí ìpele yànga tí o bá wá bọ́ sí ìpele confam wà bọ́ sí ìpele DSTV tó tún ga ìyẹn DSTV compact tí iye owó rẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹgbẹ̀rún 8 náírà láti jẹ̀gbádùn gbogbo ìdíje aré bọ́ọ̀lù bí wọ́n ṣe ń gbá wọn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ìwọ̀nba ìgbà díẹ̀ làǹfààní yà á fi wá o ìlànà àti àdéhùn wà ṣáá o.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà kọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ̀ yìí ń kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́wọ́ ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 08168737222.
You know as body dey totori you anytime you dey download and watch plenty videos like say tomorrow no dey. Na so one corner of your brain go dey tell you say as e dey sweet you so make you remember say na your pocket go hear am o. My brother, my sister, the truth be say that one na before o. Now wey you buy data wey dey last with shikini money on top MTN, you go jollificate 10GB data for 3,000 naira and 20GB data for 5,000 naira. Plus say dem go come sama you 4GB awoof data for take watch YouTube videos for the data network wey dey reliable. Shikina, just dial *131# for take turn up your ogbonge data for shikini money on top MTN. Terms and conditions dey.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
òṣì ò yẹ mímú taka òṣì dànù. ipa téèyàn bá ń kó àti ìgbìyànjú ẹ̀ ló mú kí ìgbé ayé ẹni ó yí padà sí rere. ilé-iṣẹ́ Daranua Digital World wọ́n ṣetán láti fi ọ̀nà là hàn yín kúrò lọ́wọ́ ogun kòsíkòsí ojoojúmọ́ nípa ìdókòwò orí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára. lóòótọ́ lẹ ti lè máa gbọ́ oríṣiríṣi nípa okòwò orí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára ṣùgbọ́n ti ilé-iṣẹ́ Daranua Digital World ṣàrà ọ̀tọ̀. ìdí ni pé wọ́n kọ́ yín lọ́nà tẹ́ lè gbà di olókòwò ńlá lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára. tẹ́yìn náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ni máa rí èrè gọbọi lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ péréte. gbogbo àwọn èrè tó bá wà ní wọ́lẹ̀tì yín lè gbà sí àpò àsùnwọ̀n ilé ìfowópamọ́ yín. ilé-iṣẹ́ Daranua Digital World wọ́n forúkọ sílẹ̀ gbòǹtẹ̀ ìjọba. kódà ọ̀pọ̀ ènìyàn tó ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn ló ń fò fáyọ̀. ìwọ náà má dàgùlá. darapọ̀ nínú sẹ́mínà tí yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ Friday àti Saturday ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ní nọ́mbà 10 Lákànmí close Akomaran building Total Garden Ìbàdàn. láti kópa ẹ fi orúkọ àti àdúgbò yín ṣọwọ́ sí 0812-347-5530 tàbí 0907-296-0207. dókòwò pẹ̀lú Daranua Digital World lónìí kò gbàgbé òṣì.
32 FM
94.9.
Good morning once again, and thank you for staying tuned. 32 FM 94.9 is the name of the radio station. Okay, my name is OLUTAYO, OGUNADE. Once again, welcome.
GBEMISOLA SOYEMI. Thank you very much.
Okay, and Austin Udumo is right here also on the program. Good morning to you, Austin.
Good morning, Tayo. I'm Gwemi. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into some of the stories that we took earlier. The first one I'm taking is regarding food security. Southern states dismiss blockade. North food traders insist on strike. Some southern state governments and farmers have dismissed the blockade by northern food suppliers, saying it is an opportunity for the south to boost its food production capacity. Officials of the states include Lagos, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Delta, Enugu, and Ondo in separate interviews with The Punch on Monday explained their actions to ensure self-sufficiency in food and animal production. But Ondo and Cross River states went further to take a swipe at the northern food suppliers, saying they would not beg the traders to end their blockade, which entered the fourth day on Monday.
All right, Austin Udumo, I know, I'll say this in Yoruba. We say, Anyogbe Ajadun. But Koto Ready Nko,
Ready is not Yoruba.
Yes.
It's a major problem. It's neither here nor there. The issue is that the food seller who bring their resources in terms of their goods from the northern part of the country, they are also expressing their reservation in terms of grievances. A lot of assault suffered by their members in the southern part of the country. If you look at that, of course, before a reaction, an action, first of all, will have taken place. I think it suggests largely due to the failure of government. It shows clearly that the government lack the capacity to secure the people, because wherever you live in, wherever you are bringing your goods from, anywhere within the confines of the country, the government should be able to provide security for you. Then in terms of some people embarking on strike that they are not going to bring their goods down south because the government has failed in its responsibility, I do not think bringing goods down south is doing favor to some people, because we have to trade these goods, we have to extend money to be able to buy these goods. The point really is that we must look for a way to amicably live together in peace as members of the same country. That is where the role of the government is very strategic and important.
Part of their argument is that until their safety is guaranteed, all right, here, they won't bring their produce.
Yes, it should not just be safety of these farmers alone who bring their goods into the south. It should be the safety of all Nigerians. That is the primary responsibility of any government. That should be the paramount thing as far as the government is concerned, not just the safety of these people.
But they are the ones suffering most of these recorded losses. See,
when you talk about recorded losses, for example, let's look at the case in Shasha. Both parties, those who have item resources in Shasha, they suffer this major setback. These people, they also travel, and some criminal element will adopt them on the way. So these are areas where the government can focus on, not whether or some people are bearing the brunt. Are you now also suggesting that farmers across the country should go on strike, that they are not going to the farm until their safety is guaranteed? Are you aware that some farmers in Edo State cannot go to the farm? Are you aware that some farmers in Ondo State cannot go to the farm? Are you aware that some farmers in Oyo State cannot go to the farm because of the fear of being overrun by criminal elements who live within and around this forest? So these are issues I think the government should look at it critically. What we are looking at and what we are talking about is how do we live together in peace? We have always lived together in peace. So how come the center can no longer hold? So it boils down to the fact that the government largely is lacking in capacity to tackle the various insecurity in the country. So let government look for a way to step in. Let the people in the south also look inward. Most of the time, why do we have to wait until these people withdraw their services? The cultivation of tomato, for example, we have had incidences like this. This is not the first time that it might not be as a result of protest or strike. We have had instances where goods could not freely move from the northern part of the country, and there will be a skyrocket in the price, and we now begin to do fire brigade approach. When are we going to learn? We are talking about food sufficiency. What happened to our own local production as far as cultivation and agric is concerned in the south?
It's an aberration for the south here to be totally dependent on the north. If you look at even the vegetation, for food supply.
That is what we talk about. Look at, some people might even want to call us this morning and say, if we cause crisis or if there is problem, nobody prays for problem. Nobody prays for what the south will suffer. What are we going to be eating? When are we going to start cultivating? Must we wait until occasions like this happen before we now continue to look inward that, what are we going to do? Of course, in terms of climatic condition, for example, it is not in all environment that some category of crop or food item in terms of vegetation growth. But what happened to irrigation, for example? What happened to fertilizer, for example? We'll continue to look forward. We can't continue to say that, because these things does not really do excellently well in this area, therefore we have to be solely dependent on some people coming back from the northern part of the country, bringing in this item to us here. What if the strike persists, or in the next 1 year they say we are going to go? So we must maintain the possibility of absolute independence when it comes to the agric sector, most especially. And those who are withholding their services or who are withholding their goods, they should also beware too. They can't eat them, especially when it affects perishable item. I know the prices of tomato, onions, and what have you, and any moment from now, that of yam will join. Let everything go this way, and at the end of the day, let people be able to think outside the box. But in my view, it suggests largely to the fact that the government has failed the people, and that as individual and as a group, you can't threaten to withhold your service, because there are also a large number of people who are affected.
Some will say the north produces nothing. Nothing comes from there. They're not contributing anything. Are they not contributing?
I don't think that is true.
I think we should have more on the symbiosis.
Yes.
Right? What we give, what they bring.
And what they bring.
Right.
I don't think the north contribute nothing. In terms of natural resources, it might not be so good with them. We have oil down south. We have other mineral deposits, for example. The north, what of the gold in Zamfara? Is Zamfara not part of the northern part of the country? So we should come out of this lazy attitude that, it's only the south that produces or what have you. I hear some pedestrian arguments. Some people will say if we go a separate way, they begin to rate regions who will do better than the other. Some people will tell you that they have oil, but they don't have the port. Some people will tell you that they have this, they don't. When we practice,
so at the end of the day, we all need to.
Even the regional government, for example, at that particular point in time, every region, they were able to stay on their own. We have the groundnut pyramid, we have the cocoa, we have the palm tree, and what have you. So we must get to a level where our relationship must be mutually beneficial. I don't know whether you understand the point I'm making. It must be mutually beneficial in the sense that everyone bring things on the table, and that also boils down to the idea of restructuring. Let the government look at the area of restructuring. Some people withhold their services, some people are suffering for it. It means that, like Tayo has said, these people too, they are also very strategic and important to our economy. So let government look at how all these potentials and opportunities can be galvanized, so that
at the area of comparative advantage.
Yes, you must have your area of comparative advantage, and that is where you should dwell more on. Right. Not this idea of waiting for everything, especially goods such as this, to always come from the northern part of the country.
In Bayelsa, stakeholders from Nembe and Brass Council area Bayelsa State have bemoaned the incessant sea piracy and kidnapping on their waterways. They said it began again about 2 months ago.
Yes, it has always been. At some point, it went down drastically. That is why you see that most of the military guys who are positioned in that area have always suffered a lot of fatality in terms of this criminal element. I think there is high time we look into the issue of piracy. Just last week, there was this report of oil theft, I think to the tune of 152 billion if you do the conversion. If we have that adding to our revenue profile, for example, we are going to have something substantial to be able to accommodate other things that can border us on infrastructure. So I think government really need to look into this issue, address it frontally, and provide adequate security. And most of the time, because of the treacherous terrain, this criminal element, the overrun security operative, the military guys, the naval guys, and what have you, most of the time. But there must be adequate area surveillance to ensure that this is not allowed to continue. Because if people are engaged in legitimate business, and before their even product is out, for example, in terms of their ideas, and some people have pirated it, they duplicate it, they give these services out for a mega price at the detriment of the original owners who are into the legitimate business. So government must promote businesses in Nigeria, ideas in Nigeria, so that this issue of piracy will be addressed. Because if you want us to be enterprising and innovative, it means that you have to also protect what we do. You have to also protect what we sell. So let adequate security be provided. But like I said earlier, because of the terrain, I think government have to look at the peculiarity of the situation to deal with it, so as to protect businesses as far as that is concerned.
Okay, now 7 northern states shut schools over rising banditry and abductions. At least 7 states in northern Nigeria have shut schools due to the rise in abductions and banditry in the last 2 months. According to experts, the development may worsen the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria, which UNICEF puts at 10.5 million. That was as at the last time it was counted. I think there's a probability that this number has increased.
Of course,
right now.
This number will have increased. And if you look at that 10.5, it used to be 30 point something million across the nation. And if you look at state-by-state statistics, I think some of these northern states are worse affected, especially the north-western state. You know, Muhammadu Sanusi, the former CBN governor and the former emir, keep talking about education in the northern part of the country. Of course, because most of the time it's always too hard, and a lot of the political elite in the north, they do not also like him, especially from the angle that once in a while will be in government and also yes and also speak against it. And we have said, no, you don't even need to be the CBN governor, you don't even need to be the emir. You can be a private individual like human rights activists who belong to the civil society forum to be able to drive home this policy. Now back to the real issue. I think this issue of banditry, if not adequately looked at in the northern part of the country, because in my view, I think the government is treating this issue with kid glove. Well, apology to whosoever, you understand. I also stand to be corrected because a lot of people will come with divergent view and what have you. This was how Boko Haram started. We were treating Boko Haram that, oh, these are our children, we cannot launch attack against them. You know, it took Jonathan a long while. It took protests in Nigeria for Jonathan to summon the political courage and from international community for Boko Haram to be declared a terrorist group. I hope you have not forgotten. So this is the issue. By the time we want to look at it from an objective view, some people will say maybe because of sentiment and where you come from and what have you. Banditry has to do with criminality. There is nothing like not all of them are criminal. There is nothing like rewarding handsomely. You understand? Bandits, the issue of ransom that is being paid to them. Because when you pay ransom, they are not like the Yahoo boys who will buy flashy cars. What they use majorly, about 90% of the money accruable from yes, it's for the purchase of weapon, and they have more sophisticated weapon that they can launch a successful operation against a military formation. So look at Rafi local government, for example, back to back. Even before that Kangara adoption, there have been series of attacks in Rafi local government. I think it's one of the worst hit local government. We have about 3 local government in Niger State that is mostly affected by the activity of banditry. So if you look at it, this issue will worsen the number of out-of-school children. And don't also forget, the North has been educationally disadvantaged before now. Where do we go from here? It's the political elites in that region. You know, they make the people poor as much as possible to continue to gain their loyalty. And at every 4 years, they come to them, they throw something at them, and at the end of the day, they vote for them. Look at this banditry that is almost overrunning the country today. You can also divulge the issue of political sentiment from it, because some of them may have also been recruited. We have governors in the north, I don't want to mention them, who know leaders of these bandits. They have their phone number, they call them. What they do to them is that, oh, please, this is my area, don't go to this area, don't operate in this area. You give them money. By the time they run out of cash, what do? Because a time will come, they will not be able to obey or listen to your voice again. So the North and the government really need to sit up.
All right. Amid moves to draft former President Goodluck Jonathan into the 2023 presidential race, a support group has started rallying support for him in Bayelsa State. The group, called Goodluck Must Run 2023 Movement, is out to persuade the former president to heed the calls of Nigerians to once again serve the nation and also to rally support for him. We'll look at this story after this break. Please stay tuned.
32 FM
94.9.
Hey! Omo, make you no sleep on top bicycle, oh. This better don't tie rapper for those of una wey never use una MTN SIM for over 15 days now. MTN don't charge. Come increase your welcome back of our woof to 12 times your recharge when you load 100 naira and above. Yes, so no be 1, no be 2, no be 3, no be 4, no be even 10 sef. Now 12 times your recharge, then go take credit and data knock your phone, oh. This one means say if you recharge 100 naira, MTN go summer you with 900 naira credit plus 300 naira data bonus. If you can't recharge 200 naira, now 1,800 naira credit go drop for your phone plus 600 naira data bonus. Just make sure so you use *161 recharge pin hash take recharge and enjoy your bonus for up to 30 days. Omo, this one don't pass welcome back. MTN can add Shop Banker second term on top self. Hey, where that my MTN SIM? Make me self begin follow enjoy better too.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Keeps cavities out!
Now the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Guy, how far now?
If you see this game, in fact, go to channel 203 now.
Wait, let me check. But I can't view the channel.
Really? You haven't heard of Step Up? Now I'm watching live sports action from the biggest leagues since I upgraded my DSTV subscription. And I got the next higher package.
That's right. Step up to the next level. If you're on the Yanga package and upgrade to Confirm, you will get the next higher package. DSTV Compact, worth 7,900 naira to enjoy all the live matches. Offer available for a limited time only. Terms and conditions apply.
My head's so far away.
Mornings are for dreamers.
I'm a dreamer, yes, I'm a dreamer. Oh.
The break of dawn for champions.
Champion, 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 champion.
On 32 FM 94.9.
All right, welcome back. 32 FM 94.9. Before we took that break, I read a story. 2023 Jonathan Support Group starts mobilization in Bayelsa of State.
Yes, it's a matter of time. For some of us, 2023 is still far away, but for politicians, it's very close. Yes, a lot of people, especially Nigerians, I'm also inclusive. I feel that former President Goodluck Jonathan should just continue to maintain the stature of another statesman, somebody who had the opportunity to throw the country into crisis and he willingly considered defeat at that time. So those who are bringing him, not because they love the country, because they feel that he will serve only one time constitutionally and power will go back to the northern part of the country. So I think former President Goodluck Jonathan should not run. However, it is within his constitutional right to run again for the office of the president.
But will recycling politicians get Nigeria out of the woods?
Yes, that is the major issue. A lot of people still see the Messiah in Goodluck Jonathan, not because he did excellently well at that time, but because Buhari administration has failed the people. You understand? A lot of people, majority of people who voted for Buhari or who even supported him are currently regretting. That's the truth of the matter. I do not serve in government, so I don't think anybody can sack me. So that is the way it is. It is only when you are with them, you may not be able to talk about them. This is a party that promised Nigeria almost everything. When they got into power, they changed almost everything. We have not really seen the change. So the point I'm making is that, you know, we forget things easily. Not as if Goodluck Jonathan administration was fantastic at that particular point in time. I used to say this when you talk about.
You said we've not seen the change.
What change have we seen? Except in the area of
what is change?
Except somebody said what the mistake we made that time was that we did not ask for a positive. We did not ask for a positive change. Okay. Of course, somehow things have changed, degenerated from good to bad. Look at insecurity, for example. Look at the standard and the condition of living, for example. So these are issues. In my view, when you talk about the 16 years PDP administration, some people call it a waste. I say no. Obasanjo did well in certain area. Let me just take an example. The foreign reserve, for example, Obasanjo built it up to about $40 billion US. Yar'Adua, within a period of 3 years, he was sick today and tomorrow up. He was able to add about $20 billion US. This within 2 years, Goodluck Jonathan brought it to about $28 billion US. So depleted it, even the excess crude account. So these are issues. So it is not just enough to cast aspersion on. Look at some of the institutions between 2003, 2004, 2005 that Obasanjo instituted and created in Nigeria. These are the same institutions that we still use today. So in my view, I think it is because the government has failed. This current government has failed the people. That is why people are calling on Jonathan to come. But if you want to respect himself, like I've always said, he should not contest. He should not contest.
But with all this pressure from every angle,
he can resist. He should resist this. These people want to destroy him, not because they love him. You know, I keep telling you, when Buhari came on board, it looks like the phone that is charged, the old ball is full. Gradually, the credibility began to drop. Jonathan has the credibility today. I will say it again, not because he did excellently well, but because as a city president, he had the opportunity to cause crisis. But he willingly considered defeat even before the announcement of result. That has never happened in the history of this country before. I also agree that no incumbent president has lost election in the history of Nigeria before. So these are the issues. So the credibility of Jonathan is there. Before you know it, If care is not taken, the credibility will begin to drop. So it should be mindful.
If Buhari had done better,
nobody will be talking about Jonathan. That is the truth of the matter. Let me
but
tell
this
you.
is the situation we find ourselves as a country. I know people who are also calling that, hey, Obasanjo did better, than the lot of Jonathan and Yaradua and all of these people. And so, hey, maybe. Why do we keep preparing? We shouldn't be talking about a better yesterday as a country, but that seems to be the situation we have found ourselves.
See, except there is a drastic shift, the one they call a paradigm shift. If care is not taken, we'll begin to refer to them. You understand? Buhari administration, except we have a leader come 2023 that will change things easily
At
and make
what point
make life better for
the consider other options? Because we have just two major political parties. There are so many other parties that are also contesting. So at what point, because we see that these two major parties most of the time they recycle the same set of leaders for us. So that's what I'm asking. At what point do we see Nigeria checking other options?
Yes, if you look at alternate political party, largely political representation depend on political party platform and structures. You understand? This issue of third force, people coming out, you have to look at it critically, except there is an amalgamation of political party, like the youth, for example, if they can come together, form a synergy, like what occurred during the NSAS, we will be able to make progress. But as it is today, come 2023, except we deceive ourselves, it will still be between PDP and APC, and most likely going to be one of these old brigade, the old politician. I wanted to make a point the other time. Under the Buhari administration, former President Goodluck Jonathan did not speak until after 2 years. You can go and check the record. He saw that after 2 years, what Nigeria expected could not be provided, and he began to find his voice gradually. So we suggest the fact that if Buhari has performed creditably well, and when we also talk about performance, there are factors that are uncontrollable. There are factors within your purview, things that you can do. Enough resources is no longer coming from oil. Of course, that you may not be able to help, but you can diversify the economy. In terms of policies and programs, there are things you can do that will make life more meaningful for the people in terms of poverty alleviation and what have you. So that is the way I look at it. So former President Goodluck Jonathan should not allow himself to be deceived by these aberrant politicians.
We will continue to encourage youths in Nigeria. Okay, it's either you join a party or you form a party. You don't win elections
on the social media
at all. But only through the ballot. So either you form one or you join one. The time is now.
Yes.
We time now to take calls from you, dear listeners. 090-620-949, 0809-7000-949 to join the conversation. Let's have your headline this morning. I take the first call here.
Good morning. Okay, you can try reach us again. 090-620-949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Yeah, my name is Adeshi. I'm from Dubai.
Please go ahead.
Obasanjo was far better than all of them. I can tell you. Look at I was listening to one video message of Obasanjo yesterday when he ordered to shoot aside criminals among OPC members. Even when they were not even killing people, they were not even kidnapping. So the bottom line now is that you have a president who does not know anything about terrorism or who does not sponsor terrorists. Who are these people? I'm telling you. Okay, look at the radio program yesterday at a place in Barapa. They said one notorious terrorist there, powerful that the governor of your state and the president. Can anybody be like that? If Obasanjo is the president, each other would have called them away. So we made a lot of problems that we're having these people as a. So the bottom line is that Nigeria now, whether you like it or not, is negotiable. Let Nigeria be divided into two. Let the northerners go. Let southerners stay. What we eat? I was a farmer when I was in Ondo State. Just all the back job that taken me out of those things. I was a farmer. I had farm.
Hello. Are you there?
Hello.
Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, ma. Good morning, sir.
Morning,
Mr. Falodun.
I'm Falodun calling from Kopaludo. Mr. Thompson, you said something the other time that failure of government. Don't forget that already security challenges in Nigeria is already porous. The government has lost the social. We don't have social. What do you do? Until we reform our security architecture, that's when we can do something better.
Then I'm giving you these people blockade. We are talking about the Hausas. See, I think it's a blessing it goes to me. Baba Awolowo use my cocoa money to build cocoa house, to build Liberty Stadium, to build first television in Africa. Then what happened to us? Our government should stop implementing white FM project. Let them go to farm. That's our origin. Go to farm. Thank you. Good morning.
All right, so thank you very much. Good morning to you.
Oh, cool. Just hope that this is not like using starvation as an instrument.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
nobody can really starve anybody. That's the truth of the matter. Let's encourage agriculture. Let people go to the farm. These people too, they will also suffer.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Hello. Okay.
Those are coming together.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. What's your name, please?
This is you from Agbo.
All right.
Hello.
Yeah, I did you right.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. We can hear you.
Hello.
Okay, please, if you're trying to call us and you can't hear us, please go ahead because we can hear you loud and clear. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
This is John Olariwaju.
Go on, John. We can hear you. All right.
What I want to say is that, as far as I'm concerned, I'm tired of looking for the good man to come and control or govern a nation. To me, I don't see anybody that can give credit to either Bakovasajo or Gulo Jonathan. Even Yaradua, he did a best, but to me, I cannot even say I will give credit to anybody. Until when we have in Nigeria that everybody will live in a better life, everybody will have what is stake. You will free to say what's your mind, and nobody will be threatening you. That's the Nigeria that I'm looking for. I don't look for Nigeria whereby I will just depend on one person to come and teach Nigeria for me. No, I want a system whereby it will give everybody equal right and justice. That's the Nigeria that I'm looking for. And to achieve this, we need to sit down and pave way that how can we run this country. That's my vision. Thank you and good morning.
Good morning to you. Thank you very much
Thank you,
for
John.
your contribution. 0906 2000 949 0809 7000 949.
Is it really about a messiah in Austin or the system or structure?
It's not really about Messiah. It has to also do with the system. System that can throw up credible leaders. How do these leaders emerge in the first instance? You understand? We talked about eternal
Good morning,
democracy.
sir. Sorry, Austin.
All right.
We are talking in terms of about Obasanjo. Obasanjo was able to achieve because he's never a traveling as we have in the other presidents. Don't you forget? You can't remember the statement of Ibadua when the election was won for him. He never went into any state to campaign. Obasanjo did everything. And when he was about to be sworn in, he said the election that brought him to power was fraudulent. You see, Obasanjo has never been a trabalist, and that is why he's able to do what he has done. Can you remember what he did for the people of Ubi, where the soldiers were killed? Can this government do that? So it is because we have a trabalist as our president. That is why all these issues are befalling Nigeria. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. Hello, good morning. Hello.
0906 2009 49 0809 7000 949. Harry MOG on YouTube. Thank you. Okay, for your message. By the way, where are the rest opposition political parties? Harry is asking a question there. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, sir.
Good morning.
Austin, morning. And you, good morning. This is okay.
Morning.
Austin, like the question you asked, Ayo, it's actually a system that we need, not a messiah. The messiah can actually compromise. If the system is right, even these so-called people that are failing might turn out to be the messiah. It's actually a system that we need. And I don't know, if I were to be in Dr. Goodluck Jonathan's position, just like Austin said, I would have loved to still remain in this euphoria of praise instead of coming in. He might end up rubbishing all the goodwill that he has now, all the pride and things. He might end up losing it if he wants to still continue to do this.
we are celebrating him now. Though we might say we didn't send him, but for that single act he did, every one of us is celebrating him. If I were to be in a position to advise him, I will ask him to kindly stay where he is and maintain that particular. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. 09062200949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
You people are picking up this is where you live from me.
I'm not president. Make your own point.
Our party system and party organization, it is so opposition, AMP, APP then, and destroy AD.
Hello. Okay. 0809 7000 Hello, good morning. Hello.
Tayo, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Austin. Good morning. John.
All right.
I know you can hear me. Now, should not come and embarrassing because those bandits will not allow him to perform. He should not come out at all. He should remember that fight against Boko Haram, the fight against the North. Then about the blockage of food, let them block it very, very well. So as we the South will stop to be lazy. Let us go back to farm. What I have, I don't need it. The only thing I need is what I don't have. Thank you.
Thank you.
John.
I think that was what engineered the Industrial Revolution in China. At a particular point in time, they believe that what they cannot produce, they don't actually need.
Need it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Please, I want to talk about the power supply in this country is getting worse in every day. We don't have light things, and they are not talking about 2023. And please, we are fed up.
Hello. Okay. You made this point, and well, we hope that those in that quarters can, do something about power supply. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Morning.
This is a lady from Ibadan. I really appreciate Austin for all his analysis, especially concerning Jonathan. It's better for him to stay where he is. We believe he's lettered to me, and I believe he knows the right step to take. And concerning those that are blocking ways, it's very unfortunate that we in the southern part need to pass through this. But it's never late than never. They are teaching us the hard way. But my advice and my pledge is that as much as they have decided to block the bringing of some goods into this southern part, they should kindly try and carry their cattle back to where it belongs and stop destroying our farms so that we can be self-sufficient. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello there.
0906 2000 949 0809 7000 949. If you can't get through to us, you can send a text message. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
The caller is there. Hello. Okay. Let's take another one. Good morning to you. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Okay. I think something is wrong with the line, but then we keep trying. And then don't forget you can drop your comments on YouTube as well if you can't reach us via phone call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
We can hear you. Go on with your contribution. Right.
Well, I'm not hearing, but let me go on if you are hearing me. Well, if they not decide to block food supply to the south, they are right. At least even the south is even more favorable. Naturally, we have enough rainfall here. During time of sunshine, we have sun. We have arable lands. Even Oyo State alone, the arable lands in the Oyo State alone. If other Western governments combine together to make Oyo State an agricultural point in the south, the southern people would make a lot of this thing. So for us to wait at the time minute, when people are not telling us, you people are foolish, before we decide to say, well, we don't need to make any noise about the blocking of whatever. This is time we need to go back to the land. Let us steal the land. It happens this way. We need not be told. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. But Austin, the argument is that our farmers cannot even go to the farm because, some of these guys are troubling them on their farm.
Yes, that is why we talk about security for all, not just for this same set of people. I did say at that time that what if all the farmers too form alliance and say they are not going to go back to farm? What will happen to food security in the country? So it suggests that the government largely has failed. So let the government rise up to the occasion and deal with insecurity headlong. Everybody must be protected.
By all means. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Thank you, John Njoku is my name. And I want to talk about Justice Ayosha Salami report on Magu, yet to be made public 4 months after. Recall that when the report of former secretary to the federal government, Babata Lawa, was submitted to the federal government by Vice President, it took several months before the report was implemented due to public outcry. The Justice Nikki Toby panel on Just Crisis 2001 submitted the report. The report was not made public until Tuesday, 16 February 2010, 10 years later. Justice delayed, the justice denied, even though justice rushed is justice crushed. However, government should ensure the report is made public. 4 or 5 months are enough to go through the report. I hope the way good corruption is not fault with insecticides or jojo and cream as far as Magu is concerned. John Njoku is my name. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, John Njoku, for your contribution. The question is, even if the southern states decide to, start tilling now the land, how much longer? How do we cope before we get to that point where we begin to harvest all of these things?
Let us start first. You understand? I hate situational approach or reactionary method. Let it be a kind of habit.
But whatever we do now, it is a reaction to all of
Let
this
us react to it and let it be permanent once and for all.
Okay.
If we have our own here, they bring their own for market, it will be in excess. It will even crash the price.
This is not the first time. We didn't learn any lesson from
that is what I'm saying. The other time. This is not the first time they will be doing this type of thing. So if we cultivate our own here, they bring their own, it will now be a matter of choice. It can crash the price rather than waiting for them to bring their own and we sit doing nothing. So whether it will take number of months for us to enjoy it, let us just start first and let government provide security for people who are interested in agriculture.
Yeah, the first step is always the most difficult step to take. All right, I think those are all the calls that we can take.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yes,
Just do
start
it.
somewhere.
All right, thanks very much for staying with us this morning. Tomorrow morning is another time for you to join us at 6 a.m. all the way till 7 a.m. for another edition of the Breakdown Newspaper Review. My name is GBEMISOLA SOYEMI. Thank you very much, Austin Idumo,
Thank you for
coming around.
Thank you, Austin Idumo, for coming.
Thank you.
My name is OLUTAYO, OGUNADE. Good morning.
Coming up next is the Smart Kids Show.
The station of